Hare Krishna, all of you.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So today, what's the name of the chapter? What's the number of the chapter?
Karma Yoga.
Karma Yoga. Okay. So pay attention to this heading because we are going to have a very similar heading in the 5th chapter also. So that time I'm going to ask you all the difference. So as usual, you'll always focus, but I'm just giving you a heads up today. So Karma Yoga. So before we start, what is your understanding of karma? Karma has many meanings, so there's nothing called the right answer and the wrong answer. But what is your understanding of karma?
Karam is
Simply
deed.
work.
Okay, karma is work. Very nice.
It is deed.
It is?
Deed. Anything we do is our karam.
Oh, it's what we do. Okay, fine. So basically our work. Next one is our action. Okay. Any other answers? As I said, karma has many meanings. Sanskrit, no? I always feel French also is the same. I feel they are short of words, right? Because one word can actually imply so many. Not much in English, because English we use various. Here it so happens. So I keep making fun that they are short of words, though they actually are not. Any other meaning? Persons, actions, plus existence. Very nice. Hare Krishna. Nice Diksha. So let's start off with Mangalacharan. Meanwhile, you can load the chat box with whatever feeling or meanings you'll have. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimrandasya. Jnananjala Chalakaya. Chakshu Militam Yena. Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam. Stapitam Yena Bhutale. Swayam Rupa Kadamaya. Dadati Swapadatikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpati Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavanishwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamani Hari Priye Vancha Kalpadarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patidanan Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivachari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Come on, all of you. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Come on, all of you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So Hare Krishna. So as usual, we are going to dive into the Karma Yoga, and today we will have the presentation also on Karma, the bridge course also. But they are very different. This is about Bhagavad Gita, and that's about science. So very quickly before I start, what are the 5 challenges or what are the 5 showstoppers for Arjuna? What made him stop fighting?
Compassion, no enjoyment, sin, family traditions, and indecision.
Very nice, lovely. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. And Gugan, thanks for your message. Deeds we do for which we have no expectation of an outcome. That's a very nice way of telling. Okay, deeds we do which have no expectation. So let's see what karma is and what you're saying is how we can relate. Yes, and your answer is so nice. Thank you so much. So 5 reasons, right? So these are the 5 issues which Krishna had. And how did he counter the various things? Can anyone tell me how did he counter compassion? Do you recall? What did Arjuna tell for compassion? Or can you recall for anything? What was the answer given? Not necessarily compassion. Any of the 5 reasons, if you can remember any 1 or 2 also, you can tell me.
Like Arjuna said that there are his teachers and family members in front of him, so he's having compassion for them, like he can't fight with them.
Very nice. Then what is Arjuna telling? What is Krishna telling Arjuna?
We are the souls, not the bodies.
Superb. I'm not the soul, I'm not the body. So you already understood. This is called the confidential knowledge. It's the first level of knowledge, right? So therefore, he says you're not, you're the soul, so you can't kill them. What is the size of the soul I told you all yesterday?
1,000 path of our
One
hair.
part of the hair.
Yeah, 10,000 part. 1 by 10,000 or 1 divided by 100, again divided by 100. So that's the size of the soul. So compassion, we've answered. So which is the next one? How does he counter the concept of no enjoyment? No enjoyment, what does he say?
Like he said that after killing everyone in my family, like I won't be having enjoyment in my victory.
Okay. And Divya, how does Krishna counter that? Anybody can.
Krishna said that whenever, if you will win the victory of this war, so you will get the kingdom, and if you will be killed in the fight, you will get the heaven because you are doing your karma.
Superb, amazing. So you're doing bhakti yoga. Perfect. So now the third one is, how does he counter? What is the third one which he counters?
Sin.
Sin.
He said that killing is a sinful activity, so he was fearful that like when he will kill the person in the war, so maybe he is doing a sin.
So Krishna, for that, Krishnaji said that you are only doing Kshatriya Dharam, so no need to be scared. You are in Krishna consciousness. So whatever you are doing for your Dharam, thus you will go to heaven.
Very nice, man. So nice. So all Mataji is only talking. Some men, boys also talk now. So what about the other two? So the first 3 out of the first chapter. So what's the other one in the first chapter?
Indecision. He couldn't take decision.
Yeah. So what did
And
Krishna tell for that?
for that, Krishna said that your only decision is that you are following your dharam. So follow it with full knowing that you are doing right. You are serving the Lord with the firm determination.
Perfect. Amazing answer. This everybody will get stuck. So did I. 18 days I wouldn't be able to answer the way you all are answering. So serve the Lord with firm determination. So if you have just vivasayatmika buddhi, one focused fixed mind with Lord, then you will not have this confusion, right? So this fifth one is chapter 2, which is the one which we left in the chapter 1. Which question we left out from chapter 1? Sin we told, no enjoyment, compassion, which is the other one?
Destruction of family
Beautiful,
traditions.
destruction of family. So how did Krishna counter it?
Make your own new tradition. He said,
Yeah,
be
so
the role model of new tradition.
yeah, okay. So that's there on the screen. Very nice. But very beautifully you both are, have understood. So he says that if you run away from the battle, that's only going to create the image, right? But if you are there, you will be a representative of the family. So now this is going to extend. So Krishna is now telling Krishna concluded the second chapter by telling Buddhi Yoga we will do. Now Arjuna gets confused. He thinks Buddhi Yoga is intelligence, right? But Krishna is talking about Bhakti Yoga. So what he thinks intelligence is like I should not fight, which means I should renunciate. So no action means what? I should not do any action. See, how do I not incur a sin? I don't do anything. I just sit here. Right? If I come and talk to you only, there's a possibility you may argue with me. I may argue with you. There's a fight. I won't do anything. I just close my eyes and just lie down like this. There is no sin, right? But so that's what Krishna, while Krishna spoke about Bhakti Yoga, Arjuna is getting confused. Maybe he's talking about intelligence, and the intelligence is not defined. So he's telling, tell me one way, right? This way or that way. I think now you remember the famous statement we learned in school in English: the road taken and the road not taken. Right? Do you remember this phrase? The road
Yes.
taken and all, yeah. So do you always remember the road not taken is the most painful road? Every time, you know, when you're on a crossroad, whether it's your life or like how someone told, Bhagavad Gita is for someone when we go through tough time. Very true. So every time we go through tough time, right? Someone said learning lesson is through us. So at the end of the road, we are confused whether we should take the road or not take the road. The road which we should take, the road we should not take. So that is the most important thing. So the road not taken bothers us more than the road taken. So he is asking, tell me one thing, Ekam Vada, what I should do, right? Should I renunciate 2.11 to 30, or should I do like Hanuman, right? Fight, focus. So now let's say what he is. So can someone tell me who this Bharat Maharaj is, and whoever is going to read the text, please have your hand raised. Can anyone tell me who is this king? I think I told the name, but it's okay.
The deer is Ravan.
Okay, so this is Ramayana. Okay, and who is that person? Who's doing the yagna? Who's that sannyasi? Go ahead. Not answering is a challenge. So this is actually.
He's the father of, maybe son of Dushyant.
Okay, you're half right. In the sense, his name is Bharat, but he's not the son of Dushyant. So his name is Bharat, and he is the son of King Rishabh. So King Rishabh is an incarnation of Krishna, and Rishabh had 100 sons. So he is the first son, and the entire Bharat Vansh. Now you will all tell India is Bharat Vansh, but the entire world was called Bharat Vansh then, and it was under his rule. Now at the age of 24, he gave up his beautiful wife and his children, he got them on the throne, and he wanted to come to the forest to renunciate. Now he's just explaining about him. Even though he came to the forest to renunciate, he came across a deer. How did he come across a deer? Is when he was doing the yagna, there was this mother deer who was pregnant, right? She was carrying the baby, and she was being chased by a lion, and the deer got scared and it was trying to cross over a water body, right? And when it jumped the lake, the baby fell off the lake and the mother died of a heart attack. So immediately what happened is the Bharat, right, jumped into the water and saved the baby. What he did, is it right or wrong? He saved the baby. What he did, was it right or wrong?
Ma'am, can you repeat the question? Your network is a little bit.
Okay, even still here, because I changed the location. I thought here it was nice. Okay. He jumped into the river to save the small newborn baby, and he took care of the baby. So he jumped, he saved the small baby of the deer. What he did, was it right or wrong, was my question.
Right.
Was right.
Right.
Perfect. So what he does is he brings the deer and he is now taking care of the deer. So so this is what happens. And the rest of it will continue in the next chapter. Now we will continue with the shloka. Hare Krishna. Karmendriyani samyamya ya aste manasa smaran indriyatan vimudhatma mityachara sa uchyate. Hare Krishna.
One who restrains the senses and organs of action, but whose mind dwells on sense objects, certainly deludes himself and is called a pretender.
So he says that someone who, for example, mityachara means pretender. Someone who says, for example, how many of you all ever in your life thought we should run away? I've thought, right? When there is a fight in the house, or when I was little and the teacher shouted at me and told me, like, you have to do this many assignments and come back tomorrow, I used to be scared. I used to think, should I run away? How many of you, or sometimes you feel it's so stressful, so many relatives are are picking up fights. Should I just run away? Have you all had these experience?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Mata.
Who's with me? Okay, Divya, as usual. Anybody else have felt the same?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, thank you okay, thank you so much. Yes, Diksha, that's so nice. So what happens is, the idea for us is not about, we will not go to a forest and do tapasya. Our idea is to escape a situation, right? So our motive is different. So are we Krishna conscious? No. Then what are we? We are just wanting to escape, right? Escapism. That is the motive. So likewise, if we are trying to run away to the forest, just like even Arjuna wanted to do, you mean to say, like, he had very divine thought that he will go and do puja on God? Nothing. He just wants to run out of the war field, right? So that was his interest. So he says that, and therefore such a person is called the pretender. And this is Bharat Maharaj, and who was with the deer. And we'll continue Bharat Maharaj's story later. So what are they talking about? Lord, right? Lord is there, and he is the one Vedas have come. So there are 4 errors, right? Did we see this? No, we have not. We will see that in the 4th chapter. The human beings are, chances of mistakes are there. What mistakes, we will come to that later. But the chances of human making errors are many. That's why Lord gave to Brahma these Vedas, and Brahma in turn preached the Vedas, and it comes through So Vedas are from God, and the Vedas tell what duties to be done, which is varnashrama, varnas, right? And sacrifice. So why all these yagnas are done, all these pujas are done is because it is done to satisfy the devatas. When you do them, the devatas are happy and they give you rain. What is the point in getting rain? Because that only will help you to get grain. And what do you do with the grain? We need that, which is a food. We will eat that. Yes, we will eat that. But before that, we will give it to Krishna and it will become prasad and it gets sanctified. Now, what is does Krishna eat? There's a bumper of it here also. Krishna, when you give food, he eats. Yes, he does. But the quantity of the food does not get less. He even eats with the eyes. So thankfully, our quantity does not come down. But this reminds me of the quantity coming down when we were small. Have you all done this when we were small? When parents used to keep praying, granny and all with eye closed. Krishna is eating. I still remember my brother used to take and eat one of the sweets until Krishna ate. Do you all recall? I mean, have you all experienced a similar incident in your house? Or were you the thief yourself? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right? So now you can relate all this, whatever we have gone through, nostalgia. So now sacrifice does not mean the English word. Again, I told you, right? Yesterday I was explaining to you that, when you talk about this word, they have multiple meanings. So sacrifice here also in English means that we lose something. That does not mean sacrifice. Sacrifice means anything done for the pleasure of Krishna. It's called sacrifice. So the yuga we are in is called Kali Yuga. So what is the sacrifice, can you tell, we are doing? What is that? What is it we are doing or we are supposed to do? Can anyone tell me what it is? Hare Krishna. Is my question clear? Sacrifice means, for example, previous yugas, they did tapas, they did a lot of temple worship, they did all the yagnas and all that. So what do? What are we supposed to do? We are also supposed to do something for God. So what is that?
Mataji, like
Huh?
chanting and taking the Lord's
Super.
name. Because
Absolutely, chanting, right? So Sankirtan, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sankirtan, chanting of the holy name is what is expected to be done by us in Kali Yuga. So that is what is expected to do. Now this is the question, right? So this is the Panchatattva mantra, which is Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. There are 5 of them. Who? Shri Krishna Chaitanya. So for those who are not, they'll be familiar. Chaitanya is none other than incarnation of Krishna. Prabhu Nityananda is the person who wears blue color pant. So does anyone know who is this Nityananda Prabhu?
Mataji, incarnation of Lord Balram.
Very nice, lovely. Yes, he's the incarnation of Balram. Shri Advaita, the Advaita Acharya here. Little old, woozy. He's a combination of Vishnu and Shiva together. And this one you all should know, Gadadhara, pink color dress. So you can guess. Whom do you think is
Radharani's incarnation?
Yes, Radharani's incarnation. Absolutely. Srivasadi, white color. Anybody can guess who it is? Okay.
Dharma's incarnation.
Sorry, Prabhu. No. It is. He looks like that, right? No, it's Narada. So Narada, devotee incarnation. So these are the 5 people who have come back here along with Chaitanya, because when we go out also, we like to go with friends, right? And likewise, Krishna also likes to come with his friends. So this is what it is. Yagnainam japa yagno smi, right? So this is said in Bhagavad Gita. So let's go to the next chapter. Next verse. Hare Krishna. Yagna shishtashi na santo mukyanti sarva kilvishahi bunjate tvagam papa ye pachantyatma karanat. Hare Krishna.
The
The devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins because they eat food which is offered first for sacrifice. Others who prepare food for personal sense enjoyment verily eat only sin.
Okay, can you tell me why is that so? So normally they say that, okay, non-vegetarian only is killing life, so it is sinful, but we are talking about vegetarian food, right? So what is wrong in eating? Why should we give it as prasad Or why should even a sannyasi in the forest offer to the Lord before eating? Why should it be given there? And why do they say, okay, why should be given is okay, but why do they say that when we are eating, it is sinful? Why do they bring that? Can anyone guess? I mean, it's a
Maybe because there are a lot of people who are involved so that we are getting food like farmers and all, but we are not thanking them. So we can just thank directly to the Lord so that we can eat that food, maybe
that's very nice.
non-sinful.
That's a very lovely answer. That's a rational answer. But there's little more to it. In a way, your answer is right. But why is it called a sin? Yes, you want to thank them. That's fine. But then why is it a sin? Thanking is like courtesy, right? So if you don't tell thank you, it is not sinful. Maybe if you don't tell sorry, it can become sinful because you hurted someone and you owe an apology. But you don't tell thank you, it's rude, but it's not sinful. So why? It is because
maybe because something that belongs to you, if I take it from you without taking your permission, so it may
that is
make
also
the
nice.
sinful activity.
All of you all are all stalwarts. Huh? You all should go to Isha Upanishad because you're literally covering all of that. So this particular thing, what you told, is coming under the Isha Upanishad mantra 1. It goes like this: Isha Vashyamidam Sarvam Yatkincha Jagatyam Jagat Tena Buddhi Tena Bunjita Magridaha Kashyasvitanam. Hare Krishna, which means that Isha Vasha principle, you should take only your quota system, what belongs to you. So it just suddenly struck me when you said this. That's a beautiful answer, but the right answer is we are all thinking that what's wrong in vegetarian food. So how do we know it's completely vegetarian? Because we are cooking, right? We are cooking in the stove. There could be small animals which could be already sitting in the stove, maybe ant or something. When we are switching it on, it could be dead. So now we will tell, okay, what about the sannyasi who's in the forest? Yeah, same thing, right? He will probably take the fruit and cut and eat. Even in the fruit, while cutting or when eating, we just don't know what is there, right? So we are indirectly doing a sin. So even if you call yourself a vegetarian, even eating the plant, right? Some plants have life. We do eat with the roots, right? So that also comes under sin. Though the conscious level of the plant is less, the pain that plant may feel is very less or no, but still it's a sin. So that is why we offer it to the God and get it sanctified, right? Then we eat. Now this is a very beautiful thing. So this is the bodily platform. So I'm going to talk with your books, right? So let's. So how does it work? Bodily platform only thinks about the satisfaction of the body, eating, sleeping, mating, defending. Very animalistic platform. It's even not even animal. It's like the baby platform, right? Very, very thing. The baby will cry if it needs food. That's it. You cannot even realize beyond that. The next level is the sensual platform. Sensual platform is where you understand there's life. Maybe even in an animal or a human, you're scared. You have the fear. You feel protection of the body is important. The next one is the mental platform, where the mind is used. So here, okay, fine, I will try, and what should I do? Maybe I should keep the food. This is about knowledge, right? The food is good because the food is required to take care of my body, but I will choose to have good food or bad food. That's a different choice. Speculating. For example, I go to the hotel, right, and I choose. The first example is like I want to have beer, and the sensual platform person will tell, hey, come on, no beer, you have to go to school. Or maybe why don't you come in the evening and think of the beer, right? Grumpy, but still okay. The mental platform will tell, okay, let me eat some food. Let me just eat some kind of food. And he sees the menu card and he wants to book the entire food, right? All the items in the menu card. Immediately intelligence comes and tells, hey, you are weird because you have only 50 rupees. You will probably be able to have only breakfast. And the highest, which is spiritual platform, which is called the Anandamaya, will tell that no problem, but at least give to God and eat. No? Keep before God, think of God and then eat. That is called the highest platform, right? And that's when you enjoy a lot. So this is what it is. The same story, if I want to relate to studies, the bodily platform guy will not even think of studies. The sensual guy will take the book but use it as a pillow. The mental platform fellow will open it and close it. He will see only the index. And the intellectual platform guy will start planning. He will tell, okay, I'll study. It's important because intelligence is a symptom, right, of a decision making, right? Like, and the highest is spiritual. It's a symptom of happiness, right? Spiritual platform is when you have complete happiness. Hare Krishna. 3.42. Indriyani paranahu. Indriyabhya param manaha. Manasastu parak buddhi. Yo buddhi paratastu shaha. Hare Krishna.
The working senses are superior to dull matter. Mind is higher than the senses. Intelligence is still higher than the mind, and he, the soul, is even higher than the intelligence.
So mind is just a matter of choice. Do this, don't do it. That's it. It does not have a logic. But intelligence is the one which tells you what to do. It's a function of the mind, right? The function of the brain, whichever way you call it. And the higher than that is the soul, because it gives you happiness, right? Happiness is the function of the soul. So that's so decision making lies with the intelligence, not with the mind. Mind will just tell you do this, do that, okay, this. But the intelligent person only thinks and does, right? So so any decision making is that. So now this is a horse. So can someone tell me what are the 5 horses represent? What do they represent?
Our five
Our five
senses.
senses.
Very nice, very nice.
Senses.
Yeah. So she's holding this leech. No, you don't call it a leech. What do you call it? Reins, right?
Right.
Yeah. So what do they? Okay, I'll get to that later. But who is this blue color dressed person?
The
A
soul.
body.
Maya.
The intelligence.
I'll wait. So body is there, Maya is there, intelligence is there. This is senses. That's right. And that the leech which she's holding, that's the mind, right? Because mind tells you to do everything. So then, who is the white color ghost? Ghostly?
The soul.
Intelligence.
This is intelligence. This girl is so whoever said, sorry, I should have answered that. So this girl is intelligence, so that is perfect, right? And the white color soul is also
Soul.
yeah, that's correct. Soul is right. The answer is perfect. So intelligence is correct. Soul is what you call it, self, and the intelligence controls the mind, right? So the mind gives choices, but the intelligence decides the choice. And the entire chariot. What is the chariot?
Life.
No, life is the soul. No? Soul goes off, life goes off.
Body.
Body, amazing. Yes, body. Prabhus are suddenly getting active towards end. Yes, thank you so much. So, body. So this one is a nice shloka, right? So this is like a bird goes, you see, all of them follow. So this one is talking about be a role model. Hare Krishna. So 21st shloka is like this. Yat yat acharati shresas tat tat eveta rujanaha sayat pramanam kurute lokastad anuvartite. Hare Krishna.
Whatever action is performed by a great man, common men follow in his footsteps, and whatever strengths he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues.
So it's a classic example, right? So whatever you do, many times have you noticed your class leader makes you to come in time, but she comes late. You feel bad, right? You feel like she'll always do, but then she'll answer late. Why? Because that's the feeling we have. We need everybody to follow, because great people we follow. Two examples are quoted here in Bhagavad Gita. One is that of Janaka Maharaj. Does anyone know who's Janaka Maharaj?
Repeat, please.
Sorry?
Can you please repeat?
Janaka Maharaj. Do you know who is
Father of Sita. Father of Sita.
Father of Sita? Nice. So Father of Sita is just not Father of Sita, but he's a very powerful and a very big devotee. Right? There are 12 great devotees. 12 names are there. That one is Janak Maharaj. And what is special about Janak Maharaj is that he always led by an example. Everything. And one more person, who's given in Bhagavad Gita, is Krishna himself. Right? Krishna really, when he went to the, went to Sandipani Muni and learned, war techniques, which is not required. But still he did this, right? Because he has to set an example for people. Even though he married 16,000 wives, he gave them complete happiness by giving them a palace for each one. So that, likewise, he's led by an example. So this is the next thing. So Arjuna is finally asking, okay, Krishna, now you told so much knowledge I have, I understood everything. But then what is something which makes us do something against our will? Example, all of you are focused on Bhagavad Gita class, but many of you are having the mobile and you're very tempted to see the mobile. So at least during the class, though you take resolution that you will not touch the mobile till the end of class, still your eyes goes on the mobile. Yes or no?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes. So it happens to me. That's why I put my mobile a little far away in the charge. So so why? What is that? Why we don't want to do, but yet we are forced to do, right? Like nobody is like literally forcing us, but we feel that it's something which is pushing us to do something even against our will. So he's asking that, what is that, Krishna? What is that?
Maya.
Yeah, your answer is absolutely right, but Krishna answers it with a small twist. Thanks for answering. It is Maya only, but he says it's lust. It's lust. So lust are of 3 stages. The stage number 1 is that where the fire is there and smoke, right? When the fire is there, smoke is there, but smoke cannot completely cover the fire. It does emerge, but then the fire is also independent, right? So this is the preliminary stage, which is compared to that of human. So whatever you told, Maya is the right answer, where we can get rid of Maya by somewhere we controlling and getting into Krishna conscious. The next one is like the mirror and the dust. It's a little bit more difficult because if the dust is in the mirror, it needs a little more strain, pain, and rubbing. It is compared to animal life, but still it is possible. It's not that it's not possible. The third one is that of the tree. The lust or the tree, it's so solid, right? It can't move. And that's compared to that of the garbha, the baby in the uterus of the mother. Whatever it does, it cannot do. It's compared to plant. The person is so high that he cannot win over it. So the shloka is like this: Hare Krishna. Dhume na vriyate vaimi yatadarsho malena cha yato bena vrito garbha tatate nedam avritam. So with that, we will end the chapter. That's 43 verses. And it starts about Ekam Vada. Tell me one thing, Krishna, which side I should take. So there are 2 concepts which I'm going to introduce now. This session is still not over. There's something called, Krishna says, yes, do your karma. So where is karma coming? Is coming here. So what is the concept of karma is, just to give you an understanding before this, I get into the screen. Whatever we do, just our actions, you all are asking about various meanings, just our actions without worrying about anything. I will just do what I want to do, or whatever actions I do is called karma kanda. I will go work, I will bring food, I will eat. That's it. I'm just worried about my stuff. So that is called karma kanda, right? Now the next one, which is the next level, is when you connect to God, it's called karma yoga. So what is Krishna telling is, yes, you do. For example, fighting in the war is your duty, but don't think of your benefit. You're thinking like, oh, I am compassionate. My relative, my sin, my family, my is in the bodily platform, right? And that is the karma kanda concept. Now move to karma yoga. Yoga means linking Krishna. So Krishna wants the war. He wants to teach lessons to a lot of people. Yes. So I'm going to fight for the sake of Krishna. That is karma yoga. So karma yoga also has 2 categories. Now, that is one called the Nesh Kama Karma Yoga. So what is Nesh? Nesh means not, right? Kama, without desire. No desire karma, right? I don't have any desire. So therefore, I do a particular task. I don't have any desire. It's called Nesh Kama Karma Yoga. Example, I am giving it to you all. I'm going to send you a link, and I request you, which I think the link we will post. Mohandas Prabhu, just share the link. So if some of the friends can join, they can still join now. I'm telling you all to forward. Yes. Thanks so much. End of the class also, I keep telling, end of the class is not this class, end of the 18 days, I request you all, can you forward for the next batch, which is our Silver Jubilee, 25th batch. So can you forward to all your friends, right? Now, none of you are going to get physical or financial benefit. It's not that some extra money you will get or no. Yes, of course, you will get punya, that's different. But this will come under Nishkama. You will not even bother to check how many people joined, and you may not even know how many are there, right? That is Nishkama Karma Yoga, where you do not have any expectation and you do an action. There is something called Sakama Karma Yoga. So what is Sakama Karma Yoga is? So Nishkama is like, I am going to plant a apple tree because apple Krishna likes, and I am going to give everything to him and just take 2 for my living. That's Nishkama. But people will also have another stand. Oh my God, that's so much. How can I will do work only of my choice. I don't want apple tree. I want orange. I hate apple. So then what happens? It becomes Sakama Karma Yoga. Right? So therefore, I will plant the orange plant and I will keep 2 for Krishna. The rest I will eat. Or whatever. Eat means not eat. I will take it for my office or I will do anything. So that is called Sakama Karma Yoga. So what I'm doing is I'm very fond of Krishna, but I will give him 2, but I will take the rest. But both are Karma Yoga. Right? So that's the 2 categories of karma Krishna is telling. And below that is only Niyatam Kuru Karma. And finally, he is telling karma kanda to karma yoga, which is what we are all going to elevate here, right? So the idea is for us to go up the ladder, and that is called pravartitam chakram. And lead by example, we saw that. Yadyad acharati shesas, right? We'll give an example. And finally, Krishna is asking, which is the greatest enemy? Lust. Arjuna, it's called Iha Vairinam, which is lust. With that, we will conclude the chapter. Vancha kalpa darubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha atitanan pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Come on, all of you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama
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 Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
So much for chanting. So nice to hear all of you so active. Any doubts you have? I'm going to move in a minute to the bridge presentation, but yes, please go ahead and ask your doubts.
Ma'am, could you clarify again what is Sakama Karma and Nishkam Karma? I do not get it properly.
It is very difficult to get it in the first instance. So I never used to get it till my level 2, but I will explain to you. So let me take a business, right? So somebody is building a temple for God, right? There is no self motive in that, right? So he will be doing things itself for God, like somebody who's teaching only for God, not the way I'm teaching. I'm doing my work also. I'm doing this teaching also. But somebody 24/7, or the sannyasi boys who are going to be taking care of the temple, they have no self-interest, right? Nishkama, no desire at all, except their only desire is to please the Lord. That is called nishkama karma. Okay. Now, if the desire is next level, for example, somewhere I feel that, okay, that's not possible. I want my own wish. I want to start construction, but I don't want to construct temple. I want to construct an apartment, right? So that is called you're doing it, fine. That becomes karma kanda. But how it will become sakama is, okay, fine, but then give something. Na? You're earning 1,000 rupees, give 1 rupee to God, right? You make him a partner. Many of them you'll see in business makes Krishna or of them as a partner. So you can do that. Or you can, okay, you're in construction, so you have a lot of access. You don't want to build the temple, you don't have time or energy, but you can use the money, right? You can use the money for the temple construction. You can give some cement or rods or whatever which can be used for God, or money or land, whatever you want to do. So a portion of it, when you give, it becomes sakama. So basically in one line, sakama is where you are going to be a partner with God. Nishkama is where you want to be completely dedicated to God. Everything is yours. So that is Nishkama. Is it heavy or it's clear?
Yeah, it's clear. But ma'am, somehow when we're doing our karmas, like I'm studying something, so we do it for some purpose now. So don't we have the purpose in life, or what to do? It means you say it in Nishkam Karmas, we do not expect anything or we don't have any desire. But in some cases, we are supposing studying, a child is studying only because of getting the good marks or getting something out of it. That's why he is studying. If
Right.
that desire is not there, it may be possible that child will not be, inclined to study.
Very
So-
nice, lovely answer. So maybe I'll rephrase my statement. Desire will not be towards yourself. Desire will be towards Krishna. So desire should be there for studies, yes. How will the desire be? I have to study because I'm a Krishna's child. If I don't get or prove up to Krishna's thing, everybody will see me. You just read, right? Yadyad acharati shesas. So they'll be thinking, oh my God, she's gone and she's listening to Bhagavad Gita 18 days and she's started getting lower marks. Therefore, we should not focus on Bhagavad Gita. Would you want that kind of message to go around, or would you want, oh my God, this girl is gone for 18 days, Bhagavad Gita. She started studying and she's got more marks. Now she's like really setting an example for many. Again, you'll get more marks, right? But the object, do you see, objective is different. Earlier, you wanted to get more marks because people will appreciate us, or we will get more money or job. But now the focus is getting more marks is still there. Still, we have a motive, but the motive is than self, than the I factor. It is around Krishna. You feel, okay, I want to study because Krishna has given me the intelligence. Let me make best use of this intelligence and get more marks so that tomorrow I become a doctor or engineer and try and help other devotees. Do you understand what I'm saying? Are you with?
Yes, it means whatever we'll do in our life, we will make the Krishna the center point, midpoint of
Absolutely.
everything.
You nailed it.
Okay.
So everywhere, nothing we compromise. Even gulab jamun we will eat, right? So I'm going to ask you all, which is your favorite sweet?
Rasmalai.
Rasmalai.
Rasmalai. Acha, all of you from what? Calcutta? Rasmalai. Okay. So Rasmalai. So did Krishna doesn't tell you don't eat Rasmalai, but he says that give it to me and then eat. Na? So, okay. And lucky, he does when you give 2 Rasmalai, your 2 will be 2 only. Right? If you share it with any of your family members, 2, 1 will become either 2, both will go off. That's different. Or at least 1 will go off. So that's why I keep telling it's bumper offer. Malai chop. So, okay, that's a sweet. Okay, so all this is the speciality of Krishna. So that's something which I wanted to tell you all. So any other questions?
Yes,
Ma'am,
another. Okay, let her clear her question
Ma'am,
first. I will
so
ask you
can
later.
we also say that in Nishkarma Yoga, if we look at it that way, if we
Sorry?
keep in Nishkarma Yoga and Sakarma Yoga we are talking about, if we have any expectation towards, okay, if we are giving a paper and through Krishna consciousness we have ki ye paper mein I want 90 marks, because if I don't get 90 marks everyone will say, oh, she went for Bhagavad Gita 18 days but she got lower marks. So you don't want blame to come upon Krishna ji. You don't want your deity to get tarnished or malread. So
Correct.
what you are saying that keeping expectations or high expectations is Sakarma Yoga, and keeping expectations for God is Niskarma Yoga. Is that what you are saying?
Almost close. Keeping high expectation or low, I'm not telling. All I'm telling you is keeping expectation with respect to you is becomes sakama, right? Because first of all, the expectation here is you don't even have I just gave 90% as an example. So how does the actual Nishkama Karma Yogi work? Okay, let's say you're in 12th standard. You will start telling that, as you said, right? I'm Krishna's child. I'll give my best. I'll give my 100%. Now, whether I get 90% or whether I get 80% doesn't matter. See, for instance, I'm going to ask you a question. Is 60% a good mark or a bad mark?
It depends on the person.
Good mark.
Good mark, thank you. Anybody feels it's a bad mark?
No, ma'am. Good or bad is a relative term. We'll feel good when 60 is the highest for the entire class. We feel bad if something comes more than us. We feel that okay, we have done something wrong. That is a relative term. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's all relative. So you all have given me the answer automatically. So basically, if a child is getting 90 marks and if she gets 60, it's low mark. If a child is 30 mark and if she gets 60, it's super mark, right? So it becomes relative. So why I brought this is because 90% is a benchmark for our understanding, but actually it is like, let's say 60%, but where are you? Have you gone from 30% to 60%? Then you're done doing a great job. But if you're fallen from 90% to 60%, then you have to think. Do you understand? Are you with me? So by Krishna conscience, you will do your best. So Krishna conscience is about not doing, it's not inertia. It's not that I will not do anything. I will do my best and the result I'll leave it to God. I will give my 100%. For someone getting 60 marks is 100%. For someone getting 90% is also not necessarily 100% of efforts. It could be 80% of the efforts. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? For instance, I'll give you one simple example about myself. For me, if you tell me any content, right, any text or any story or anything, I will be able to retain it. I don't make notes, which is a bad habit. Don't take my example, but I'm just telling you. I will be able to reproduce at least 80% of that, right? 80, 90%, almost even 95%, yes. But if it is a shloka and you give it to me in a paper and you ask me to read, I will find it very difficult. I will probably have to do the 5 times efforts which I have to do for a script, right? You will tell, Mataji, is it so for you? No, but I know many of my friends, right? They say music is the easiest thing which comes to your ear. Philosophy is heavy. Music, one time, you hear, at least the met will come into your mind. For me, nothing comes into my mind. Nothing will come into my mind. I have to do 5 times. So even if it is a small thing, the words may register, but I will not get the tune. Are you with me? So I will know, like, if I'm telling yad yad acharati sheshas, so I will know, like, okay, yad yad acharati sheshas tatta devatanujana. But when I present it, right, in a musical form, yad yad acharati sheshas, I will not be able to produce the same thing tomorrow. I will tell maybe one tune, yad yad acharati sheshas. Tomorrow it will be yad yad acharati sheshas. That's how I will tell. You understand? Can you understand? So for me to give it the same modulation, maybe I have to hear it 5 times, right? Even if I have to see. But if you tell me, can you just learn it and tell me, that will be easy for me. But I will tell in my way. I will tell you, like that I will be able to tell. But do you understand? So what I'm telling you is, for me, the effort of reproduction may be easy. But for me, my 100% has to be like 5 times the effort I have to put. Like, so common question which is asked is, this girl's memory is so smart. One time if she doesn't matter. you'll also have a number. Everybody, I always tell everyone, everybody will have a number, right? Like how I told, I will probably have to read the sloka 5 times to even get the met, right? Like that somebody may can do it one time. So somebody may need to do it 10 times, or somebody can do it twice. So find your number. So if you do that and put that much efforts, which is your 100%, then you will get. So even a 90% for someone may not be the 100% of the efforts, right? So you give your best. So in Krishna conscience is not about overtaking somebody else, like how you told. I will check, everybody gets 60 marks. No, it's about yourself. Can you beat your own self, right? Because are you a better person? Can you do your 100%? It's not even marks. It's just about, how much percentage of efforts have I put? 80%, no. Can I put my 100%? And the rest I leave it to Krishna. That becomes Neshkama Karma Yoga. Otherwise, what happens today is, children, I want centum. I'm not getting centum. I'll commit suicide. Yes or no? I want medicine, but because of my mark, I got engineering. So I remember I had a known person. She was IRS. So she used to tell, oh, I tried IAS. It didn't come. I tried IPS also. That also didn't come. Then I tried IRS. Right? So today the life has become like that, right? So instead, you do your best. Whatever comes is what I'll gladly take. Did I answer your question, or it went overboard? And overboard. Hare Krishna. Am I still in the class? Sudden silence.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay.
No, another thing, can I ask?
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Yes. One picture that you have showed, there was certain direction. It means that this way we should go, this way or that way. That direction was there. In some picture I have seen.
In the chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in life also we many times find this one. So in life also we many times find that which road to take. This way is the correct, that way is the correct. So in that time, in case of Mahabharata, in case of Arjuna, Sri Krishna was there to guide him, But in our case, we don't
Very
get
beautiful
Krishna
question,
in
Very
physical.
lovely
So
question.
how to choose the road of our life?
Very beautiful question. So for Arjuna, Krishna was there next to him, advising him. Yeah. Who told Krishna is not there? Just that we don't see him. Okay, tell me one thing. Was Krishna there at that time for Arjuna? Yes. Was Krishna there for even Karna? He was there, right? The point is, Krishna there for Duryodhana, he was there. If Duryodhana had gone to Krishna and asked him, can you please guide, right? He would have guided. So, in Duryodhana, he was given the choice, whether you want me or whether you want my Sena. Duryodhana could have asked Krishna, tell me what's best for me. Yes or no? He could have told, okay, you give me something which you think is best for me.
Yes.
Krishna would have, right? The choice was for him, but he wanted to choose. So everywhere I'm telling, Dhritarashtra was blind, not okay by eyes, but obviously killing your brother's kids, right? They tried to kill them. Of course, not he, Duryodhana tried, but he encouraged it, right? Dhritarashtra as a father should have hit him, slapped him, punished him, to at least try to get him in line. He didn't. So the road taken and road not taken is 90% told to us, known to us, but we want to ignore it. Now to answer your question, is Krishna with us now? Yes, he is. Krishna is there, because first the picture which I showed you, right, is, wait, I'll take it to the picture, right? So is he there physically present? He is present. See, this is the picture. Lord is speaking in the form of Vedas, right? But the problem is we do not know what to do because we don't know the Vedas, right? So I have, my dad used to tell that Tuesday is a bad day. Tuesday is called Mangalvar. And if you do anything on Tuesday, it won't work. It's very conflicting because I'm from Telugu. So in Telugu, Mangalvar, and in Hindi also we use Mangalvar, means it's an auspicious day. So in Andhra, they even do weddings on the day. Whereas since we've settled in Tamil Nadu, here they don't do. So which one should I follow? I don't even know which state I should follow. Are you with me? And on top of it, this is one rule. Likewise, there are examples like prasad, right? Most of the time, at least I've been taught that for prasad, you should take bath, prasadam, no prasad. You take bath, you are clean, and you eat the prasad. You don't take the prasad in the road or anything. You really take care and you keep it before God, and you take it only when you're perfectly clean and you're. But there are no such rules for prasad. You can actually take it not just in the road, but even from the mouth of a dog, because the prasad by itself is so pure, right? So you can keep it even for 2 days, 3 days and eat prasad. But we don't know. So for knowing what to do and what you should not do, you should read Vedas, right? That is why Shastras become important, because most of the time, none of us know what is right, what is wrong. because we are all in the mode of passion. We will come to that in the 14th chapter. But the point is to know, see whether we do or not, I'm coming later. But do we know or not? Half the time we don't know. I had this confusion. My mom used to tell, can I lie or not? Maybe you can if it is doing good to someone. How do I define good to someone? So what is right? Should I help someone? No, if it's okay to help a person, if it is going to do good to a person, then it's okay to help. So that should I write chits if someone tells me in the exam that, give me bit paper or show me your paper, good or not? Because mama told if it is going to do good to them, it will do good to them, they'll get good marks. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Right? So it's a confusion. You can lie if it is okay, if it is good. So these are all gray areas. I'm very confused. Right? That is why you should refer to Shastras. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell? Right? So
Yes.
Shastras are there, right, to answer. And if you start reading Shastras, trust me, your 90% of your questions, I can assure you, will get solved. 18 days, if you still have unresolved questions, I can tell you either my way of teaching is wrong, or we have not really been able to communicate clearly. Because technically your broad questions, so don't ask me physics question or chemistry question, but your broad life questions, you will have at least have a direction of solution. That bit I can guarantee. So on the 18th, ask me, Radhika, these questions are not resolved still. I will definitely owe you an answer. Either I have not understood Bhagavad Gita or I could not probably explain to you. That I can assure you. Right? So any question?
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Niskam is good or Sakam?
Huh?
Niskam or Sakam?
Sorry, your voice is going in and out. I'm not able to get it. Sorry, Prabhu, can you type in the chat box? Plus, there is one more question in the chat box. Let me answer that from Jeet. Is doing work to serve other welfare of others is nishkama? See, is doing work to help someone is good, but for what reason? Right? Because doing work is a detailed topic. So if you are doing it with Krishna in mind, right? Oh, this person is Krishna conscious. For example, you want to give food, or you want to give it as prasad, because he will also not get sin. He will also get purified in the process. But if you are trying to tell, even doing good, sometimes there are people, which we will see this also. It's a very nice question. This is going to come up in the 18th, 16th chapter, 17th chapter, and in the 18th chapter. Many people take selfie, right? Giving it to the beggar. So now you tell me, is that a good activity? It is a good activity. Still, it's pious. But the fact is that pious activity has a self-motive of publicity. Now, let's assume that you don't have the motive also. Only doing pious activity without Krishna conscious will take someone to the heaven, Swarga. Because if you do pious activities, you go to heaven. But if you do Krishna conscious activities, you go to Goloka. Now, what is the difference between Goloka and heaven? You have to wait. Wait till the 4th chapter, which is tomorrow, and to be clearly able to understand, wait till the 7th, 8th chapter. I will take you out. Right? Your voice I couldn't hear. I'm sorry. If you can type the question. I'm going to start the Karma Yoga presentation. Not Karma Yoga, Karma, the science of Karma. So, law of Karma. Now be very active so that I'm going to ask questions. So all this is Karma, right? So what you sow is what you reap. We live in a world where each one of us are unique. Some are born, even in this group, some will be very rich. Some are born poor. Some are very handsome. Some are very ugly. Some are healthy and strong, and some are like this, right? So some are very cute, no? Both the kids, rich parents. I remember seeing this boy in some movie. What is that? Home Alone? Is that Home Alone?
Yeah, Home Alone.
Correct. See, rich parents. And some to the poor parents. Why is God partial to some? All this we agree, right?
Mataji, it depends on the karma of the past birth.
That's a nice answer. Lovely.
I have like one story to this. Why is God partial to some? Can I share?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, once Parvati Mata asked to Shiva, right? Why are you partial to some? Then he said to understand that you have to go to Earth, and they went to Earth by taking avatar. and like they have to take a human form, right? So they were hungry, and Lord Shiva told to Parvati mother that first you cook something, right? You cook something, then I will go hunting and I will bring something to eat, right? And after like at night, Lord Shiva returned, and Parvati Mata that put 3 stone, big stone, and make a cooking place, right? Kitchen. And then Lord Shiva asked, why did you bring that stone? Where did you bring that stone from, right? Then Parvati Mata told, those stones are from that broken house, right? Are from the broken house. Then Lord Shiva asked, why did you bring that stone from the broken house? Why not from the good house? Then Parvati Mata answered that the good house, from when I bring from good house, then it will be again broken. So when I bring from the broken house, it will not harm anybody. So I bring from that. Then Lord Shiva says, your answer, you have answered your question. Same like that. According to karma, people have built their house or their, right? So if they have done good, that means they have done good karma and get that good. So why will I give them bad and destroy their houses or something that like that? And
Very nice.
so
Thank you so much, Sulu. Very, very happy to hear the story. So all of you all come, share your stories, share your experiences. Very active. I've been doing this youth class, but I think this is the most active class. Almost many of you all are very, very active and very intellectual, I feel. Not just the class, but the quality of questions which are coming up are typically the kind of questions which will come in towards the end of level 2 or level 3. I have not seen a class, I've taken adult also, but it comes well advanced, but I'm so happy. So you guys should continue your journey, not just 18 days, but all the levels. Why is God partial to some? You have already answered, so I'm going to, just extend it. Why do innocent children get killed, right? Did they do anything wrong? All this is a question. And every time we feel, normally the issue will come as, exactly, why is God so unkind? What is the conflicting conversation is some of them keep arguing God is either all powerful or merciful, one of that. Because if he is all merciful, wait, I'll show you. If he's all powerful, what happens? He's very powerful, agreed. Then he does not have mercy. That's why he's so cruel for people. Or if he is all merciful, right? Because of the power, but he doesn't have mercy, so many are suffering. But if he's all merciful, he's so nice, then maybe he's not powerful enough to handle people. When I was little, now you all asked me, right? I used to think, oh my God, something happened to me and I'm going through a tough time. God probably could not solve this puzzle, because if he could solve it, he would have solved it for me because he loves me. This was my belief. And not that I had the belief even, few months back. I used to think that, oh my God, Krishna is not able to solve this puzzle or this problem. Maybe because he wants to, he really wants me to. But then he's stuck. So I thought he's all merciful, may not be all powerful. That's why he's not able to solve. And he's also going through the pain. Yes, he's going through the pain of the karma, but he is all powerful. He could remove it, as he seems incapable of these sufferings, right? So scriptures inform that God is the supreme well-wisher. It will come in the 6th chapter, not even 6th, before the 5th chapter, last shloka. Bhuktaram yajna tapasam sarva loka maheshwaram Sukridhim sarva bhutanam natvam shantim rachati. So very clearly telling that he's your best friend and your supreme well-wisher. This is what Samoha sarva bhutana means. Everybody is equal. That comes in the 9th chapter. Then why discrimination is exactly like that of the court. So I don't have to convince you all, because you all already had the answer, but most of the time people will be. So some is imprisoned, whereas the same judge offers some compensation. Is the judge partial? Technically, no, right? Based on the activities, judge gives it, right? So supervision of the super lord, and according to the result, we get various bodies. So these bodies are exactly how you are, like the Newton's third law. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. But who is witnessing these activities? Paramatma. It's the same Paramatma in everybody's heart, right? 8.6. Now going to Bharat Maharaj's story, this will play a very important role. Yam yam vapi smaran bhava Jajate anti kalevaram tam tam eti kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavitaha. So whatever you think at the time of leaving the body is what you will achieve. So you will be thinking, what this is what it is. So you'll be thinking, okay, when I'm going to die, I'm going to think of Krishna, but till then I'll think of beer. No, if you think of beer and girls when you die, or boys when you die, you'll think only of that. Right? So what? So it's like this. Your exam is tomorrow. I will enjoy all the day, all through the life, which is what we are doing. That's different. But then just 10 minutes before the exam, I'll open the book. How much will you get marks? Maybe someone will pass, but that someone who passes will be someone who will be actually, if they put efforts, will be getting 100 marks. So the human form of life, we have got developed intelligence to discriminate, right? It's blessing in disguise. So if we engage in sinful activity, whatever it is, illicit sex, gambling, intoxication, which are known as the 4 pillars of sinful activity, we will have karmic reaction. We don't have a choice. So if someone is drinking and eating everything, he has to be a pig. If someone has a very cheap mentality, or someone is sleeping a lot, he has to become, a bear. He will suffer destiny, like chronic disease, legal implication, low-born family, ugly looking. So if somebody is very beautiful, we say that, wow, the person is so beautiful. It's because they have done so many karmas, right? If we lead responsible lives following religious principle and practice, whatever austerity, today it's only Sankirtan, like sacrifice you already told. So cultivation of knowledge, now you are cultivating. And in your level 3, you will be doing, besides Bhagavad Gita, you will see this, right? Nectar of devotion, Sri Upanishad, nectar of instruction. These 3 books you will be doing. Right? You associate yourself with saintly people. We elevate gradually to the kingdom of God. Now, coming to different types of karma, which is very important. There is, somebody asked, right? Karma actually means doing action which are good, which are mentioned in the scripture. So any good activity, pious karma, you go to heaven. Vikarma is something which you do against the Shastras, all this terrorism and all, right? So this is obviously take you to hell. Now, should you do good karma or bad karma? Why so silent? This is a question you all should jump and answer.
How do you say that it is good karma or bad karma? How do you?
Take a gun and shoot someone, what is it? It's good or bad?
Sorry?
I take a gun and shoot a person, is it good or bad?
For what purpose it is shooting?
So if I give food to someone, it's good or bad? So there's a difference, no? Giving food to someone and putting poison in that food.
Yeah.
So that is good. You understand what I'm telling? Doing good things is good. So whatever Jeet has to know is doing work to serve others or helping someone. Is that good? Yes, it is good.
Yes, is it good? Is it good, ma'am?
So we will now tell that the person is doing good karma, right? He's doing all good deeds. He's going to heaven and he'll do bad activity, he'll go to hell. So which one you should do? Karma or
Karma.
Karma, right? So now I told you, if you do karma, you will go to heaven. Now, if you do bad thing, you will go to hell. We definitely don't want to go to hell, that we are clear. But we think we will do only good activities, which is fine. But if you go to heaven, we'll finish our enjoyment like yours, abroad or Scotland. You go for a holiday and you come back, right? We don't want to come back to earth because earth is like a prison, right? So therefore, you will do akarma. So whatever you all asked, right? All the questions, this answers. So doing akarma is all activities if you do around Krishna. Example, you're giving him food, no problem. Giving him money, keep it before Krishna and give. Then it becomes akarma. So that means that I don't take credits. It's not like I am only giving food for him. I am only taking care of this person. I am only no. I will take care of everything. I will have pets. I will have people. I will do everything. But then I will do it with an intention that it's for Krishna. So life is a preparation and death is the final examination. So everything about karma has 2 sides, right? Law of nature applies. For every action, there is a reaction, and what you sow is what you reap. And you do good karma, I just told you, you go to heaven, otherwise papa. Karma is connected to soul, not just body. So it's at a soul level. So now I'm just waiting. I didn't read your question, Priyadarshini, on purpose because this is there. Some bad things happen to good people is because of bad connection, right? And some good things happen to bad people. That is also because of bad connection. So we are not the material bodies. We are, we all know it's spirit souls, right? So the concept of free will, Krishna has given that free will. We are free to act as per the free will. But if we do a wrong thing, yes, we have to pay for it. right? So if your father or mother gives you 10 rupees and tells you, go eat something, they will think that, okay, you will go and buy a slice of bread or idli, okay? That's fine. But they also know it's okay, you will buy chocolate, they're okay with that. You can also for 10 rupees get a cigarette, right? So they've trusted you and given you that bill. Can you, so if the teacher asks, where did you get the money from? You've not robbed it, your mom gave the money. So can I understand, or can I take it that, okay, your mom bought you a cigarette or your mom gave you money for the cigarette? Can I say that? Can I say that? Am I allowed to say that? Yes or no? Logically right? Mom only gave money for the cigarette, but it is not ethically right if you put it like that. Because your mom gave money for something else, but you have used it for something else. Yes or no? So that becomes the most important part. So that is why I keep telling that you need to understand the concept of karma from the very basics, right? Then you will be able to take it forward. Hare Krishna. Did I answer your question? So I'm going to tell you a quick story. So in a village, there was a guy by name Ram who was very good. And he did everything good. He was so nice. Everything about him was good. And one second. So this is about why good things happen to bad people, right? So I want to address this question. And there was one more guy by name Arun, who was constantly doing bad things. Everything about Arun was so bad that never in his life has he ever done anything good. So correctly, what happens is Ram was, one day there was floods and they all had to vacate the forest and go. And on the way to forest, Ram actually got hurt by a nail, right, on the road. And then after that, he was walking for a while, a stone hit him. His leg was so badly hurt that for about a month, he could not even move out of his bed. Right? So this happened to Ram. Now he's such a good guy. Now what happened to Arun? Let's see. He found a gold coin and he was searching and he found a complete treasure of gold. So you can imagine for Arun, already he's like very excited. Now he says, I got it. And now what will village feel? Oh my God, Ram is so good, but he has got hurt. He's hardly able to move. Whereas you see Arun, he is like so bad and he's got a treasure. Why should we be good? It's better we are bad because anyway, it doesn't matter, right? These are the feelings we get, right? Therefore, what happened? So that time Narada comes and he clarifies, telling that the previous birth they had swapped the roles. You know, the Ram was a very bad guy, and he, for whatever he did, he must be losing a leg. Completely, he should be losing a leg. But since he was very devotional and he was so good, instead of the leg, he had to go through the karma. So Krishna brought the karma down. Now, on the other side, then what about this fellow? He said, yes, for the good things he did last time, he must have become a king, right? He should have got a fortune. But unfortunately, he did so much of bad. His bad was so high. Because his bad was so high, only instead of getting, the kingdom, he has just got what? A few small, what do you call it? Instead of a kingdom, he's got a small pot of treasure. So it is not what he got, it is what he should have got and what he lost. Same way for Ram, right? What he should have got is he should have got, or rather he should have lost a leg, but he didn't. So that's what makes a difference. So I hope now you understand. From us seemingly, because we see only the 100 years of life before our eyes, and we judge the person as good or bad, right? So there was this Hyderabad molestation case, and all of them supported the fact that the four men should be killed, right? They should encounter, right? So fine. So this is what we see, because we see them as bad. Yes, they are bad. I'm not supporting that they are good, but that's all we know. We don't know how bad or how good the person is because we are only seeing them. What if the person who is very sweet to you now and who's very good had done something like this in the previous birth? You will still be angry with the person, right? Oh my God, he's such a horrible person. Yes, for that horrible person, Krishna has made you remove your memories so that you don't feel horrible about the person. But however, for the horrible deeds which he has done, Krishna has told that yes, no, I will definitely punish him. However, because the person is a person with a good consciousness, he says that, okay, but then the punishment is something which I am going to discount. Get discount. So punishment also Krishna is discounting and he is reducing the punishment. So with this, I will end the chapter. Any other questions? If not, today we... Yeah.
Hello,
18 rounds, just 1 second. I will take your question, but I want someone to raise your hand and who will chant today. You can only keep audio on, video can be off. All of us will switch off the video. All the mics can be off. Only one person will chant today, 18 rounds. Please raise your hand meanwhile. And yes, Ma, you can go ahead and ask your doubt. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu.
You just told about that 4 culprit, right, from Hyderabad.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Talking about the one
I
which
have just. Sorry.
I'm talking about the one which came in the TV news.
Yeah, no, I'm from different countries, so I don't know. But according to you, I want to ask one question about like.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, like you told that they were 4 culprit, right? Just it is just an assumption, and I want to I want
Please
my
go ahead.
answer right from that. Yeah, those from those culprit, like one culprit had a change in heart, right? And he devoted himself to Lord Krishna. It is last stage.
Sorry, I'm not able to really understand your question. Can you sort of give it, can you explain a little more?
Yeah, like just leave that. Okay, there are 4 culprits, right? Just I want to ask, like, yeah, there is or there are 4 culprits. Means we have done bad.
4 people, okay.
It's assume 4 culprits, he's saying.
Culprits, okay, I heard as corporates. I'm so sorry.
4 culprits.
Yeah, they're all bad, okay.
There are 4 culprits, and at the end of their life, they had the change in heart, right? And they devote themselves to Lord Krishna.
Okay.
And so, will their that change in heart win, or will their bad karma win in this case?
Okay, so very beautiful question. So irrespective of whatever is the question, even the worst of sins, Krishna will wash, right? So this is a relationship between Krishna and the person. So technically we don't have to bother, but due to curiosity, I'm sure we are all wanting to know the story. So basically Krishna, if the person has changed, genuinely, Krishna will forgive, right? So that's a call which Krishna will take. If the person is really genuinely changed, then that's fine. He may tell that, okay, I may not punish him, right? So that's a call which Krishna can take. However, if the person thinks that he will surrender, it may not be possible. That's what I'm saying. It is very unlikely for someone to completely change and become devotional and so good from that bad. Any of us, right? Even for us, it is not going to be that easy to change our style or change our behavior. So that is something which I wanted to share. But if you're feeling bad that, oh my God, he's done all bad and Krishna has forgiven him, we have to deal with it, right? Krishna is very merciful. So he will forgive even the most abominable person. But the fact is whether we do or not is a different story.
No, my point was like we do a lot of bad thing, right? But at last we debate to the Krishna. Then
you won't be able to do that. That's what I'm telling you. If you do so bad, you won't be able to do that. That's what I'm saying.
No, I have seen a lot of people, right? They worship to Lord Krishna, but they debate. So there's some part to like for charity, and but they are bad person, right? In their lifetime, they are bad person, but they like do charity and something other like good things also.
You just now told that
so
they
will.
No, 1 second. 2 different things. They pray Krishna or they are bad. Because if they pray Krishna, see, somebody may appear. For example, this is a very nice question because I remember my mom always arguing with me. Ravana and Hiranyakashipu are devotees. Now, I'm not talking about whom they prayed, but the fact is, are they really devotees? So if I want to ask you only one question, okay? If you tell that you like your mother a lot and you respect her a lot, finish 2 minutes. No. So sorry. So if you say that you like the person and you respect your mother, would you listen to her or you won't? You may have your views, but then will you listen or you will just not? You keep telling someone that you love the person and you just don't bother about the person. Does it sink? So if you keep telling that you're a devotee and you are liking Krishna and you want to do everything and you do all bad activities, then the person is just trying to fool the world or himself. Do you understand? So your definition of devotee is not the true actual understanding of devotee mentioned in the book. If someone calls themselves as a devotee of God, he will first do what is mentioned and told by God. He will not do harm to others. So answering your question, the person who's done bad and he has changed is different. What you are telling is not that. What you're telling is the person prays God, so you therefore think the person is a devotee, but just because somebody is praying God doesn't mean it's a devotee. So the worst people pray. For example, I keep telling you, if praying God is the best thought, then terrorists pray 5 times in a day. So can you call them a devotee? Right? Your motive should be aligned, but nowhere in the Quran it is mentioned that that you can kill people, right? So this is a particular concept which is perceived by people. People perceive, there is a perception. So my daughter here is banging her head, telling that I'm telling her wrong thing. So the point which I want to communicate to you all is the concept which is given in the book is not followed by many. They perceive that they are following and they take it forward. So that is a point which I thought I will communicate to you at this point in time. Hare Krishna.
So I have next question. Can I ask? Hello.
She wants to correct that terrorism is not applicable only for Muslims. So I'm not here talking about religion. What I was trying to tell is some of them who do. So even people who do very abominable activity like murdering may be actually doing a lot of prayers or yagnas, but that doesn't mean that they are devotees. That's a point which I want to communicate. So even, for example, even if you take in the Bible, right, it says that thou shall not kill. And this is written in the Bible. But they kill animals, right? But when they ask, they say that no, killing applies to human. We will not kill human, but you can't kill animals also. Right? So what I'm saying is the Shastras are clear, but we try and change it to our convenience. So that's a point which I thought I should share with you. Hare Krishna. Did I clarify your question?
Kind of.
Okay. You stay for a few more days, then you will have complete clarity.
Can I ask another question?
Please go ahead.
I have heard, right, in this Kali Yuga, right, there is one advantage that if we only remember name of God, then we will have a lot of what do we say?
Okay, so it's not only if you remember. So the lifespan of people in Kali Yuga is only 100 years, right? Maximum. Now you may tell somebody lived 105 years. I'm just talking, it's supposed to be 100 years. So we don't have time, we don't have memory, we don't have the patience also to do anything else. So only name is given to us because we are very different. Whereas Satya Yuga, their lifespan was 1 lakh years. So they could do yagnas. So if you see Mahabharat story, which was during Dwapara Yuga, the lifespan of them were 10,000 years, which is why when the battle was fought, Arjuna, Krishna were all over 100 years. And Bhishma should be at least 304. I don't know the age, but I'm just telling you, right? He was there for 3 generations. We keep telling how come, we were so confused. We be telling how Dronacharya is there, how Bhishma is there for so many years, 4 generation, 3 generation, 5 generation, because their age span was 10,000 years in Dwapara Yuga. So they had time to do detailed temple worship, but we don't have such facilities now. So that's the reason, right? So in Kali Yuga, we don't have. So Sankirtan is what is expected. Yes, just telling the names are good enough. They don't expect you.
Yes. My question is different. Like just telling a name is we can go to heaven, right? Just it is believe in Kali Yuga, and that is the advantage. So why to do like pujas? Why to worship? We can just chant the name. Why the puja or rituals are needed?
You don't have to. In fact, nobody tells you that you should do puja rituals and all. But the fact is, there are 2 things, right? You can chant the name. There is no difference between name and form. But what can give you a relationship? Are you absolutely fine talking to your mother just over the phone all your life? Or would you want to meet a person in front? Same with a friend. Your friend, you can always talk over the phone. But would you want to meet your friend in person and at least, have a relationship? So what would you prefer? I'm waiting. What would you prefer?
I did not get you.
Sorry?
Means I did not get your answer.
Would you want to just talk to your friend over the phone and be happy, or you would like to meet the friend of yours face to face and sit next to the person and chat?
Meet the person face to face.
Why?
Meet the person face to face.
Why?
Because there will be like if we talk to phone, there can be communication gap or something. But when we are
Not about communication. You're just very good friends.
No,
There's
no,
communication.
just like talking face to face is another thing. Like not it will not be satisfied like just by talking in phone.
Satisfied. Thank you. You gave me the answer. That's the same thing. So you do japa, it's nice, it's happy. But will that alone be enough? Because you want to have a relationship, you want to serve, right? So you're doing japa for the satisfaction of the God. You also feel happy, you feel peaceful, that's fine. But you want to have a relationship with God. You just told, right? For your satisfaction. So for that, you need to meet face to face. So the deity worship is like face to face. Because the deity is just now in the beginning of the class, you all told me, Krishna, Arjuna was lucky. He had Krishna by the side. So deity is that. Deity is nothing. It is not made of, it is made of material item like wood, metal, stone, jewel, paint. Yes, but it is not a doll. It is basically incarnation of God. Krishna comes and takes the form of a deity, right? Tells you that, yes, I'm in the form of deity. Take care of me. You can serve, like the post box, right? Authorized post box. If you put the post goes to Delhi, even if you write to the Prime Minister, right? Because it's authorized. Same way, the deity is an authorized avatar of Krishna. Any information you give here goes directly to him in Goloka Vrindavan. So to have a personal relationship, you want to feed. You can't feed in the japa, right? Japa you tell for the happiness, but you want to serve food. You want to give food. So for that, you need to have deity. But if the person is very, very exalted, very, very exalted, complete pure devotee, that's different. In a different pedestal, it's fine. But we are not there. So we need to have a deity so that we can focus at least the 2 minutes or 3 minutes when we see. That's the point.
Ma'am, we have already completed our 1 hour of duration. So though I have one question, so should I place it now or I'll ask you tomorrow?
Yeah, go ahead and ask, no problem.
Yeah. In the karma portion, the story that you have told us at the end of at the very end, that the Rama and the Arjuna. So Ram was doing all the good things in his present birth, but somehow he has done something wrong in his previous birth. That's why he is getting some punishment from Krishna. Okay. My question is that in our life also we have seen many people who are doing bad but getting something good things in their lives. They are achieving so many of enjoyments and all, but people who are doing good, they are still doing struggles and all. So I am clear with the story that yes, due to our previous birth karmas, we are facing all this kind of stuff. But my question to you and as well as to Krishna also, that don't I feel that whoever is doing something bad in this birth, they have to give the punishment in this birth only, because see Rama, who is getting something bad punishment in his birth, for the previous birth what he has done, he is getting some punishment. But
no problem.
why to give punishment to someone for the karmas which he was unaware of that?
Okay, so I'm going to.
It means giving punishment to someone which is aware of that, so that that person can realize, okay, I have done these mistakes, that's why I am given punishment. But in the next birth, when he forget everything, whatever he has done in his
So you
previous
are
birth
talking
or
about
earlier birth.
I get it. So what you're telling me is you want instant punishment. Agreed? So
Yeah.
is wrong.
Not instant punishment, but yes, during his lifespan, at any
according
point,
to you,
he should be realize the thing. Yes, something I
one
have
second,
done
one
wrong.
second.
That's why I have given
one second. I'll answer you.
Yes.
You want lifetime punishment within that lifetime. I want instant punishment. You are see, each of us can have an expectation. No, nothing wrong. So you are telling that within the lifetime, right? And I don't know the lifetime of the person. So what I feel, if the person does karma, he has to get the punishment immediately. So therefore, I kill a mosquito here, there should be a knife which cuts my neck here. That will be instant punishment. Okay, this is the definition of instant punishment. Now, point 2. Okay, fine, you should not be given instant punishment, no problem. After 10 years, one sword should come and cut me off. And the sword should be hanging here. That is what is our definition. So the point, what I'm telling is, I'm glad you have this question for Krishna, but the fact is Krishna is giving you time so that you can fix your problem. You can correct yourself. So if the punishment is instant, right, I will be living in fear. But what you should do, what you should not do, what is wrong is mentioned in Shastra. So you cannot tell, I am not aware of the mistake I did. Everybody will be aware. The point is, we are thinking that, okay, that I am not going to take responsibility because I don't think it's going to come to me immediately. So if somebody is going to go in the road and kick a cat, you know very well it's a wrong deed. You're not supposed to do it. Yes or no? And if you still do it, you have the atrocity to do, or I have the atrocity to do. I can understand if we are 3 years old, okay, because our mind doesn't work. But if you do it, right? So we throw a paper here in India, we don't care. But will you do that in Singapore? Because you're scared, they will fine you for 500 rupees. Yes or no? Because
Yes.
punishment is there. But the law of nature is whether you put in India also or whether in Singapore also, you are going to be punished. Yes, sir. So we know it. We are aware of it. We don't need Modi to start a Swachh Bharat. We know it's not right. And why do we want to be in Singapore to be punished? We can be in India and also not be punished and be taken in a positive way, right? So Krishna is giving an Indian environment. He's giving us the freedom like what we are having here. But do we want to follow the Singapore rules, or whether you want to become an Indian citizen and behave like a typical Indian, not following the IST Indian Standard Time or not following the basic is your choice. But the punishment is there. Whether you'll be punished for 500 rupees instantly like Singapore, not even Singapore, maybe 1 week later, or like South Africa immediately chop, or whether it will carry forward after many years is a choice which is given, right? And that choice, instead of we questioning, we'll try and fix it. We learn it, and we'll try and learn not to do the mistake, is what I wanted to tell you. Are you with me? Hare Krishna.
Yes, yes.
Many of these answers won't convince us because of the fact that we have strong conviction that what I'm telling is what I believe is. Right? So instead of thinking,
But in this journey, sometimes, you know, we feel lost our hope from God, that okay, even after doing the good things, everything bad is happening and God is not taking care of the people who are doing bad things. So in these things we start
how do
questioning
you know whether God
ourselves.
is taking care or not? That's what I'm
But
saying. God is taking care or not.
because
Go ahead.
something which we see in front of our eyes, that the thing which we conclude.
So that is what I'm saying. So somebody, a coma patient, right? You keep talking, the doctor says he's hearing. You're going by the belief of the doctor. You don't see his reaction or her reaction, but still somebody, your friend or a relative is in coma, you talk because you have a belief that she or he will be hearing and your voice has an impact. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't see proof. So you're telling me seeing is believing. I need proof. You can't expect proof, right? For this, we have to wait for the 4th chapter. I have a nice bridge presentation, which I'll show you tomorrow. So what we feel is, what I see is what I believe. So I see something, I believe. So for you, this fellow is bad. God has to give him some punishment. Then only you'll be convinced. This is the punishment. Law of punishment is not for convincing you. And this is a relationship between you and God. We need not bother about what punishment the neighbor got. We are putting our business in somebody else, because the relationship of karma is between us. So if somebody is I'm going to ask all of you a question. If there is someone who is going in the road and there is a vehicle which has hit them, what will you do? Will you think, oh, karma of the person has hit, or will you take the person to the hospital?
I'll take the person to the hospital.
Why? Why are you interfering with karma?
Because it is my duty to make that
Thank you so
person
much.
safe.
Thank you so much. So it is our duty to follow our work. Instead of breaking our head as to why the neighbor is doing good and got bad, why the bad person is doing so much bad and not got punished, that Krishna will take care. Let him deal. You understand what I'm saying? Like karma has hit him or not, we don't care. We will take him and run, because that's our duty. Same way, whether the bad person is going to be punished in next janma or this janma, Krishna will take care. For us, we will try and see how we can direct, because karma is a personal relationship between God and us. We will not allow anyone to come in our karma life, and we will not poke our head in others' karma also. This is not what I'm telling. This is what is said in the Shastras. This is what is proved. So I'm just communicating as it is. Is that fine?
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Yes, Priyadarshini Mataji, we have to seek the truth. That is why we're reading Shastras. Just now she asked, right? How can I know? So that is why Shastras. Our only problem is we think 100 years is our life and we want to see what we remember. But our life is not 100 years. Let's say our life is 1 lakh years in the earth. So we don't remember does not mean this is not there, right? So if someone has got amnesia and is in hanging, the court will treat them and still give them hanging. They will not tell, okay, the person has got amnesia and he's so good, so I'll let him free. Right? So same thing, you have done karma, you don't remember it in the previous verse, still you'll have to experience the punishment. You're not going to be left scot-free. Law of nature, 80%, 90% is similar to the law of the land, just that we have to apply it. Hare Krishna, thank you so much. Yes, truth you will know. Truth is what is told in Shastra. Absolute truth is Krishna. So who's going to do the chanting? Divya, your hand is up, so I assume you're going to chant. So can you please start and we'll stop the recording. You all tell me Hare Krishna and then Prabhu will start recording. Please tell me Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, actually that hand raise was for the reading shlokas.
I know.
Right.
Sure, you can continue the reading, but can you do the chanting also today?
Is it for 18 rounds? So that will be
not 18 rounds, 18 times. That's it.
18 times. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, not 18 rounds. Yeah, I'll tell Hare Krishna once. You can all tell me Hare Krishna and Prabhu will stop the recording and then we can start chanting. Can you start?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.